a legacy forged in verse, celebrating Paul Laurence Dunbar. Paul Laurence Dunbar was a literary pioneer. He emerged during a time of immense social and political change. Dunbar's words resonated deeply with both black and white audiences. He gave voice to the African American experience with eloquence and unflinching honesty. His life and work continue to inspire us today. Dunbar's legacy is a testament to the power of literature. He used his words to challenge injustice and celebrate the human spirit. Dunbar was born in 1872. He came of age during a period marked by the legacy of slavery. Reconstruction had promised hope, but it had largely failed to deliver. Jim Crow laws were taking hold in the South. They enforced segregation and discrimination. Despite these challenges, Dunbar dared to dream. He dared to write. His words would help to change the course of American literature.
Humble beginnings, soaring aspirations. Paul Laurence Dunbar was born in Dayton, Ohio. His parents were former slaves. They instilled in him a love of language and learning. Dunbar's mother, Matilda, shared with him her knowledge of African American folklore and storytelling. This had a profound impact on his writing. Despite facing racial prejudice and limited opportunities, Dunbar excelled in school. He was a gifted student. He wrote his first poems while still a child. Dunbar's talent was undeniable. He was the only African American student in his high school class. He served as class president and editor of the school newspaper. These early experiences nurtured his voice and fueled his ambition.
Finding his voice, early works and literary recognition. Dunbar's literary journey began in earnest with the publication of his first collection of poems, Oak and Ivy, in 1893. The book, self-published with his own meagre savings, showcased his remarkable talent. It attracted the attention of prominent literary figures. These figures recognized the raw power and emotional depth of his verse. Dunbar's subsequent works, including Majors and Minors in 1895 and Lyrics of Lowly Life in 1896, cemented his reputation as a major literary figure. His poems, written in both standard English and African American dialect, captured the nuances of black life in America. He explored themes of love, loss, resilience, and the enduring struggle for equality. Dunbar's work resonated with readers across racial lines, making him one of the most celebrated poets of his time.
We Wear the Mask. Exploring Dunbar's thematic depth. Dunbar's poetry delved into the complexities of the African American experience with remarkable depth and sensitivity. One of his most enduring poems, We Wear the Mask, stands as a poignant reflection on the hidden pain and resilience of a people forced to conceal their true emotions beneath a veneer of stoicism. Through vivid imagery and evocative language, Dunbar exposed the psychological toll of racial prejudice. He captured the strength and dignity of a people determined to persevere despite the weight of oppression. His poems gave voice to the voiceless, shining a light on the struggles and triumphs of a community often marginalized and misunderstood.
Section 5. A literary pioneer. Dunbar's influence on the Harlem Renaissance. Paul Laurence. Dunbar's impact on American literature extended far beyond his own lifetime. His groundbreaking work helped to pave the way for the Harlem Renaissance, a transformative period of African American artistic and cultural expression that flourished in the 1920s. Dunbar's influence can be seen in the works of such luminaries as Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, and Countee Cullen. These writers, inspired by Dunbar's example, embraced their cultural heritage and explored the richness and complexity of black life in new and innovative ways. Dunbar's legacy lived on, igniting a cultural movement that celebrated black identity and challenged racial stereotypes.
Section 6. Bridging Worlds. Dunbar's use of dialect and standard English. One of the most distinctive features of Paul Laurence Dunbar's writing was his masterful use of both standard English and African American dialect. This bilingual approach allowed him to bridge different worlds, giving voice to a wide range of characters and experiences. Dunbar's dialect poems, often humorous and insightful, captured the rhythms and cadences of everyday black speech. They provided a glimpse into the lives and culture of a community often overlooked by mainstream literature. His use of standard English, on the other hand, showcased his intellectual prowess and allowed him to engage with a wider audience. By seamlessly weaving these two linguistic styles together, Dunbar created a rich and nuanced tapestry of African American life.
Section 7. Triumph over Adversity, Dunbar's Enduring Spirit. Paul Laurence. Dunbar's life was marked by both triumph and adversity. Despite achieving literary fame, he faced constant challenges. He battled racism and discrimination throughout his career. He also struggled with tuberculosis, a debilitating illness that took his life at the young age of 33. Yet, even in the face of these obstacles, Dunbar's spirit never wavered. He continued to write with passion and conviction, using his words to uplift his community and challenge injustice. His life is a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Dunbar's story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, art can provide solace, inspiration, and hope.
Section 8. Music in his words. Dunbar's poetry in song and performance. The musicality of Paul Laurence. Dunbar's poetry resonated deeply with audiences. His words, imbued with rhythm and rhyme, seemed to naturally lend themselves to song. Composers were drawn to the beauty and emotional depth of his verse. Many of Dunbar's poems were set to music during his lifetime. These musical adaptations further amplified his popularity. They introduced his work to a wider audience. Composers like Harry T. Burleigh, Samuel Coleridge Taylor, and Will Marion Cook created moving musical interpretations of Dunbar's poems. These collaborations between poet and composer enriched the American musical landscape. They ensured that Dunbar's words would continue to be heard and celebrated for generations to come.
Section 9. A legacy reclaimed Dunbar's resurgence in modern times. While Paul Laurence Dunbar's work never faded entirely from public consciousness, it experienced a resurgence of interest and appreciation in the latter half of the 20th century. Scholars and artists began to rediscover the power and relevance of his writing. This renewed interest led to the publication of new editions of his work. It also sparked critical reassessments of his literary contributions. Dunbar's poems once again found their way into classrooms and anthologies. His voice, silenced by time, was once more given a platform. This rediscovery solidified Dunbar's place as a pivotal figure in American literature.
Section 10. Honoring a literary trailblazer, the Dunbar legacy today. Paul Laurence Dunbar's legacy continues to inspire and resonate in the 21st century. His life and work are celebrated in schools, universities, and cultural institutions across the country. His hometown of Dayton, Ohio, is home to the Paul Laurence Dunbar House Historical Site. This site preserves his memory and promotes his literary achievements. Numerous schools, libraries, and awards bear his name. They stand as a testament to his enduring impact. Dunbar's story reminds us that words have the power to transcend time. They can inspire change and touch the hearts of generations to come.
Section 11. Conclusion. Dunbar's enduring voice, a beacon for generations. Paul Laurence. Dunbar's journey from humble beginnings to literary acclaim is a testament to the power of perseverance, talent, and the human spirit. His words, forged in an era of profound social and political change, continue to resonate with readers today. Dunbar's legacy is one of courage, resilience, and unwavering hope. He dared to give voice to the voiceless. He challenged injustice through the power of his art. Dunbar's poetry serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of empathy, understanding, and the pursuit of equality for all. His voice, once silenced by prejudice and time, now rings out with clarity and purpose, inspiring generations to come.